So with the injury to Noah Brown happening and putting him on the shelf for more likely than not the remainder of the season, it left Washington with a hole to fill for already a wide receiver position that is really weak. They wasted no time by getting what I would consider a gem of a player, especially at this point of the season, as they brought in wide receiver KJ Osborne. Let's talk about it.
Off field? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rockin' it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she pop it, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Gotti here. We got another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about this gem of a player that the Washington Commanders just found and somehow got a claim in for at this point of the season. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you help me reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So first things first, I want to go ahead and clear it up because I already can see the comments that Juan, he's not a gem. Juan, he's just a regular wide receiver. Well, how many regular wide receivers are you finding of his caliber at this point in the season? That's why I say he's a gem, because of the time frame that we found him. KJ Osborne is a guy that was very, very good in Minnesota. I remember a couple years ago, he was going off, having one of his best seasons. I was like, oh, man, he might be legitimately the number 2 alongside Justin Jefferson. Okay? He was going crazy. He was catching everything. He got netted a contract with the New England Patriots. It didn't work out. It took them very, very short to realize that. As he asked to be released, New England granted him his wishes, and we put in a claim to get him. And I think this is a great pickup. I think this is a Noah Brown-esque pickup ×2. Because KJ Osborne is a guy that can stretch the field. How many guys do we have that can vertically stretch the field? I would say Terry McLaurin and De'Ami Brown are the 2 guys that are given the most opportunities to, or at least shown that they can. Now you add a guy in KJ Osborne that can add to that. The biggest blow is obviously the 6'5", 6'4" frame of Noah Brown, because you don't just have a guy outside of Terry McLaurin that you can just throw the ball up to, see if he can go get it or draw a pass interference call. I made mentions to that yesterday when I said that. I said the biggest thing that I think we're going to miss the most is his blocking ability and his ability to draw pass interference calls, whether it's Hollywood acting or if it's a legitimate case for a pass interference call. There were many drives in some games this season that Noah Brown came up huge in, and it didn't even result in a catch, you know? But KJ Osborne definitely, for me, can come in and be a game changer, especially for the 4 games left, and hopefully many more in the postseason. In 2021, he played in 17 games. He racked up 50 receptions and had 7 touchdowns, also with 655 yards. In 2022, he got 90 or 60 receptions, 650 yards, 5 touchdowns. Okay, and then in 2023. His total kind of decreased. I believe this is the year they got Jordan Addison. I think it was last year they got Jordan Addison because this is his 2nd year. So in 2023, his numbers decreased a little bit as he got 48 receptions for 540 yards, but still got 3 touchdowns. Then in New England, he got a contract for them. It didn't work out. Only 7 games he played in, 7 receptions, and he had a touchdown. So KJ Osborne, for me, is the perfect guy that you would bring in at this point of the season. Now, let me get this straight. I'm not saying a free agent guy. You go out and sign KJ Osborne as a free agent and you should be excited about it. I'm talking about a guy, a proven veteran, a guy that has shown that he can be consistent and can produce at this point of the season. This is a gem of a pickup. You look at his stats, right? Last time he played with a good quarterback was no shade to to bruh and New England Drake May because he's solid and he's only going to get better and he's going to eventually be a dog. I see that. But the last time he had a legitimate quarterback was Kirk Cousins back in Minnesota, and he put up almost 600 receiving yards each season. Noah Brown is currently sitting up 35 receptions, 453 yards, and a touchdown this season. That is literally KJ Osborne numbers. And he probably would have hit 600 receiving yards because Noah Brown was Jaden Daniels' go-to guy. Should be Terry McLaurin, I understand that, and we know that. But his go-to guy, Noah Brown. KJ Osborne literally comes in, fills those shoes, and probably can give you more, and probably honestly be a better receiver at getting some touchdowns. He has breakaway speed, he has the vertical presence, and he may even be a threat in the red zone, if I may add. Noah Brown was a guy where I thought, and anytime I think of a big body receiver, I always assume that these coaches and offensive coordinators are going to use their size down in the red zone. We never do. So, for all intents and purposes, he could become a new threat in the red zone for us. I really like this pickup. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be a next year thing. I don't know if this is just a 4-game rental. Whatever it is, I think he's coming in at the perfect time, and we are definitely going to need him, right? This is the last time that I think for a while, hopefully for 20 plus years, Washington ever gets an opportunity to put in a waiver claim for a guy like this, okay? Because the biggest reason why we got it was because we were number 2 in last year's draft. So it goes Chicago, Washington as an opportunity to put in a waiver claim. Obviously, Chicago not going anywhere this season. Their season's winding down. They're already really good at wide receivers anyway with Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. They didn't want KJ Osborne. So who's the next team up? Washington Commanders. We just lost Noah Brown. We're already suffering at the wide receiver position as we are. So it made perfect sense for this stretch run and into the postseason. We are taking on his contract, and if I'm looking at his contract correctly, he has a base salary of it looks like $262,000 maybe. He signed a 1-year, $4 million contract with the Patriots. So unlike him getting cut, we can sign him to our own deal. We're inheriting everything that was in New England. Still not a lot of money, that's gonna go and hurt our pockets. But that's just a little bit about the waiver process. It's different than just a guy get released and you can sign him to your own kind of deal. You're just inheriting everything that New England had. KJ Osborne immediately comes in and gives you production, what we need, and it doesn't stop you from getting guys involved like De'Ami Brown, who prior to us getting KJ Osborne, I thought this was the perfect opportunity for him to show us that he wants to be back in Washington. He's always asking for the opportunities. I think he can do it and take advantage of it. That was short-lived as they went and got KJ Osborne. But again, as I just listened to Olamide Zaccheaus talking locker room scrum and De'Ami Brown talking locker room scrum, they said it's going to be all hands on deck. And we can see that. We're not as talented as Minnesota, as Cincinnati, as Philadelphia and the wide receiver position. We don't have just another guy to go to. It's just Terry McLaurin and a bunch of JAGs. So we're going to have all hands on deck. That requires for Luke McCaffrey to touch the ball. That requires for Olamide Zaccheaus to touch the ball. De'Ami Brown, KJ Osborne, Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz. Like, we need to get everyone involved. And we're down Austin Eckler, too. So that's going to be another reason why we need to get these receivers more involved in the passing game, too, more so than anything else. Get creative with it, right? You want to use Austin Eckler. You want to have Austin Eckler back out there. Put Olamide Zaccheaus in the backfield sometimes. Kind of use him like how the Eagles use Kenneth Gainwell, minus the carries. I don't think Olamide Zaccheaus can carry the ball, but I'm just talking from a pass catching ability out the backfield. So there are ways around it, and I don't want to just over exaggerate Noah Brown's presence as if he's just like T. Higgins or something like that. But he's definitely, for what we were running and what we did and what we needed at the time, he definitely was the guy. Besides Terry McLaurin, that was helping the most. There are other guys who are gonna have to step up now. Cliff is gonna have to be forced to use other guys. Jaden's gonna have to be forced to throw to other guys like Terry McLaurin, right? I know it sounds crazy, but again, Noah Brown had the most targets on the team, not named Terry McLaurin. Now, again, like I said yesterday, if I'm Cliff Kingsbury, if I know my quarterback is more comfortable throwing to his right side of the field, move my ex receiver to the right side of the field, so that way he can get the minimum targets and yards that he deserves and he should get. There's no reason why Terry McLaurin should not be your leading receiver and lead targeted receiver every single week. So, although Noah Brown's definitely gonna be missed, more so for his 6'4", 6'5" frame than anything else. I like the KJ Osborne pickup. I think this is a gem of a pickup. I think he can come in and produce immediately. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Hey Juan, wait, sit him out this week and let him play next week versus Philly next week. Let him play versus Philly or let him play versus Atlanta. Like sit him out." I'm like, nah. You saw what Mike Williams did to us versus when we played the Steelers. Game winning touchdown on Benjamin St. Juste's top. So you don't gotta play a lot. But you don't have to just not play him at all. And that's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna let him suit up and he's gonna play in increments, in spurts, right? He may come out the series for one series in the first quarter. You might not see him again to the third quarter. As he gets acclimated to the playbook, you'll see him more and more. But I would not just suit him up because he doesn't know the playbook. I would put him out there to see if he can contribute, because you never know what can happen. You never know what we may need him for. Again, Mike Williams came in just getting to Pittsburgh that week because the trade deadline was that week, and he catches the game-winning touchdown on us. KJ Osborne could be the same thing for us and much more. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Want to roll to 8,000 subscribers. We're ever so close to 8K. So please help me get there as soon as possible. We're at the final stretch run. Thank you so much again. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.